I know I said I wouldn't be back, but I am back because I thought I'll do some food prep for dinner tonight. It will save me a bit of time in the kitchen. So I'm just pre-chopping a large brown onion. I'm going to prepare the spice mix. Sorry, that sound you're hearing is this knife just scraping off. I'm going to put that in the sink anyway. I'm going to use this knife and I'm going to cut the onion. I'm going to put everything into a bowl. Hang on a second. Got this bowl here. I'm going to chop up the onion. And I'm going to add some chives, all my favourite herbs, some sage, chicken stock, ground black pepper. It's going to be amazing. I might only use half, and the other half I'll put in a seal bag because it's a bit big, this onion. So I'll just use half an onion instead. So I'll wrap that up in paper towel for now, and then I'll put it aside. I'll be back in. I'll just go and sort that out. Okay, got juice of half a lemon. So I'm going to squeeze that into the bottom of the bowl. Got to have some, I like it spicy, sort of like homemade, sort of like Spanish / sort of Mexican kind of style. It's normally how I like it. Okay, add that, and then 1 splenda of sugar because you're going to have the tomato paste as well. So add a teaspoon of tomato paste, but then we'll add 1 sugar to the lemon. Add a little bit of ground black pepper. Add a little bit of, hang on a second. Add a little bit of chicken stock powder. So I'm just going to pop a new one open because it's brand new. Don't mind me. Just a level teaspoon only. And pop that in. Hang on, I'll be back. A bit of oil from sun-dried tomatoes. That will give it a bit of flavour. Some capsicum, and I'll dice it up and chuck that in as well. But first, hang on. A teaspoon of ginger paste, very important. Just 1 teaspoon is all you need. And a teaspoon of garlic, hang on. Teaspoon of garlic. Yep, there we go. Go and put them away. Okay, some lemongrass and some crushed chili paste. I'll be back. Okay, you put a good squeeze of the lemongrass and the chili paste, and then a heaped teaspoon of tomato paste. About that much. Don't want too much tomato paste. Okay, you also will need, hang on, some tarragon. Okay, and it's a new one, so I've got to open up the jar. Some nice tarragon, not too much, just a gentle sprinkling of tarragon. Hang on. Some ground sage. Just decent amount of that, but not too much. Good squeezing of the electronic pink Himalayan salt thing. So I'll just put that in. That's about it. Hang on, I'll be back. Gentle sprinkling of dill. And also a good pinch or 2 of chives. Hang on, we're still going. Some hot chipotle seasoning. You need a decent amount of that in, about just under a tablespoon. Oh, hang on. Some thyme and a gentle hint of rosemary. Just a very small, minute pinch. Hang on. Don't forget a good pinch of lemon pepper. Okay, that's it for the herbs and spices. Okay, and now I'll chop up some red capsicum and sun-dried tomato and chuck that in as well. But first, some celery leaf. I'll be back. How could I forget the celery leaf? Yes, so you get a good, pinch, not like a full handful, because it's only for one person, you see. So I'm just going to chop that out as good as I can get it. And then I just use half a small tin of baked beans, and I'll show you the size. But I'm only using half of it because you're forgetting I've got to have 600 calories for dinner and 600 calories for lunch. And all the herbs and spices and all that comes to well under 300 calories anyway. So if I can have a 250 or a 300 calorie thing on the hot dogs, they're just under 200 calories for the 2 skinless Don Football Franks. And then just a small serving of plain mashed potato. It's all you really need. Hang on. Okay, time for the capsicum. Now we don't want too much of it, so I just need to grab the tongs. Hang on a second. Okay. Ooh, what's that smell? It's not this, is it? Oh God, that packs a punch. Alright, just want a small serving. About that much only. So it's just a few little minutes, because I'm going to dice that up into little teeny weeny squares. It's for colour as well as flavour. But yeah, we don't want too much of the capsicum and sun-dried tomato. Just dice it up as fine as I can possibly get it, and just chuck that minute amount in. And then we'll fry that up. I'll be back. Now, sun-dried tomato, of course, we've already put the oil of that in, because that's really nice, full of flavour. And now we're just going to get a small serving of sun-dried tomatoes as well from the jar. About that much. We'll dice it up as good as we can get it. Oh, maybe it's a bit too much. Hang on, I'll put a couple more back in. It's a bit too much. I only want a minute because it is quite strong in flavour. Yeah, I'll put a bit more back in actually. That's better. Alright. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, time to chop that up. And then once I've chopped all this up and chucked it into the bowl, I'll just glad wrap the bowl and whack it into the refrigerator. So that saves me time. And I'll quickly show you the baked beans, and I'll only use half of that tin because the calorie content, sadly, for baked beans is quite high. So you've got to be careful with how much baked beans you eat. Yeah. I only like the Heinz brand. I don't like any other brand. The Coles brand of baked beans way back in the day was really good. I don't know if it's still as good as it used to be, but I'm talking about like well over 20 years ago. Yeah, hang on, I'll be back. Half a 300 gram tin. So 150 grams of baked beans. So I've put half of that, and the other half I leave for the next couple of days after. But yeah, half of that. So I'll leave that out to save me having to go into the pantry. Hang on. With the mashed potato, it's just 2 small potatoes, diced, cooked, and then just seasoned with ground black pepper, pink Himalayan salt, and just a very small, minute amount of cream. Mash it up really good and put that on one side of the bowl, and the cooked baked beans with the other components, and that's it. And the hot dogs, I've got to pre-chop them to save me time. Hang on a sec. Here they are. Time to chop them up. Okay, they're pre-chopped. They're in here, you see. They're all pre-chopped. And now seal it, and then just roll it up like that and put it straight back in the fridge. Got the kettle going because I'm going to have another cuppa. Okay, I just finished washing my hands. Now I've just got a paper towel dry my hands. And time to now sort out the cuppa. I'll use a Thomas Shelby mug this time. This one. Time to pour the hot water in now. Yeah. Whoop. I'll be back. Time for the full cream milk to go in. Not too much, of course, because I like it a bit strong. Catch you guys later. Bye for now.